It's our Sunday night broadcast. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Siakam. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
To the inside. Porzingis sets a screen. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Seattle on offense. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The three is up. Fires in the triple.
And with this kind of vision, you could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Allen drives. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Boy, that foul looks intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Up top, Caldwell Pope. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Now here's SGA. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Left side, Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
Pass to Allen. Now here's Oubre. Back to Allen. The three. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Seattle on offense. Outside for Wembanyama. No good with the triple.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and BA, this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Guys, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Outside, Caldwell Pope.
And that's the versatility of SGA defensively. He has the length and the quickness to guard just about anybody.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Oubre. Yet to see a basket. Good on the shot.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Screen by Eason. Nembhard with it. Oubre picks him up. To the middle. Wembanyama. And he can't jam it through. Pass to Porzingis. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Now here's Nembhard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Doubled by Siakam. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. "32 seconds left in the first quarter. They kick it out to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle will have another go. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Nembhard outside. Inside. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Seattle out in front. They're up by 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
6 on the shot clock. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
Yeah, big man with point guard skills. Wembanyama is terrific at getting it to his teammates. These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Second team foul. Substitution for the away team.
Here's Nembhard. And Green comes to help.
Terry Rozier.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Rozier.
Substitution for the away team. Number 21.
And it's Seattle with the ball. 5 on the clock. Seattle needs to get off a shot here. Stolen by Siakam. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, fast hands help Siakam force a turnover, which he turns into a successful fast break.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Thibault with a steal. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
Pass to Gafford. Rejected by Wembanyama.
You know, I don't care how close you are to the cup. If Wemby is lurking, you got to do something else. And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Substitution on the court.
And it's Seattle with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And this will be his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for two.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
Pick by Oubre. Pass to Green. Let's go with a three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
SGA drives, the defense collapses on him, and then he finds the open teammate. Textbook stuff from an all-star.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wembanyama screen. Down low. Double on Wembanyama. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Just 4 to shoot. With one on. What a move! Wembanyama!
When you can get to the rim as easy as Wemby can, you might as well add a little extra something to it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Oubre. Pass to Porzingis. There's the drive. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And the second free throw is good.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Caldwell Pope's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, just keep beating him. He has been lights out.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Outside Johnson. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And that one is hammered home.
When you have Dinwiddie as a teammate, you have to be ready. Spencer is a tremendous distributor.
Here's SGA. Driving to the basket.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Green. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution for the away team. Pascal Siakam.
Seattle leading by 6. Dinwiddie outside. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot by Johnson, no good. Pass to Allen. The three ball. Drops in the three. Allen's got 6.
Well, he is just so deadly from deep. The defense can't let Grayson Allen have that much room in the corner.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here's SGA. Look at Gilgeous-Alexander sprinting to the cup. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Seattle out in front, leading by a point. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Nembhard. Allen brings a double team. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range. Caldwell Pope's got 20 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
To the paint. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Nembhard. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama puts it up and through.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the three could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Seattle leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's SGA. Left side, Porzingis. Buried from 15 feet out. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And the officials signaled a backcourt violation. Not careful there. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And here's Oubre from the arc. Hits the trifecta. And it's now only a 1-point Seattle lead. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul so far.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Nembhard outside. Shot clock at 5. Baseline try. With the clock winding down. Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Outside Oubre. Left side SGA. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's the break. Outside Thibault. Back to Caldwell Pope. Seattle move the ball around. Nembhard for 3. Outside Oubre. To the left side wing. Siakam gets doubled. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. To the inside. Here's Easton. And he banks in the layup. Easton's got 6.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. 1:44 left to play in the third. The drive by Shea. And SGA throws it down.
SGA going hard to the basket and finishing it with some power.
The drive by Nembhard. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wembanyama. And Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
.105 left in the third. Shea gets it to go off the drive.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Nembhard with it. And stolen by Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Down low. Stolen by Siakam. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. No good on the three. And it's Seattle with the ball. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to O'Neal. With 1 on the clock. Going inside. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
That concludes the third quarter. It can. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Outside, SGA. Allen outside. Seattle pulls it in. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Eason. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. Seattle on D. 3-point lead. Allen outside. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, there are few guys better in this league at the catch and shoot. You've got to run Grayson Allen off that line.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
As the game is going on, they've had trouble protecting the rock.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now here's SGA. Outside Oubre. Outside SGA. Just 5 on the clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Nembhard. We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. Pass to Eason. Here's the 3. They grab their own miss. Outside for Wembanyama. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. And Seattle leads by 2.
This can be a simple game. Get the ball to Wemby, Let him score.
Allen outside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Great positioning on the putback.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. He encouraged his guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
And Allie, thank you for that. Clock is at 3. Here's Oubre. Pass to Porzingis. Nembhard with it. Oubre picks him up. Doubled by Siakam. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Right side Thibault. Clock at 6. It's stolen by SGA. Here's Oubre to take the lead. Wembanyama there for the rebound. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 5th foul.
And he's got to be careful now. One more foul and his night is over.
Doubled by Siakam. Eason with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle will have another go. Allen brings a double team. 5 to shoot. Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Porzingis. It's money from deep.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
Yes, it's good. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
There's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Here's Oubre. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Allen outside. Shot clock at 2. Porzingis. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Seattle leading by 3. Eason. Just in time with the putback.
Woo. Hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
SGA with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Outside SGA. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Here's Nembhard. Wembanyama. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Ooh. Yes, sir.
Well, he is just a flat-out winner. There is no moment too big for SGA.
Wembanyama jams it home.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where everything is going to have to go your way. The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Now Eason. Doubled by Siakam. Here's Eason. Shoots a three. SGA pulls it down. Money from three. So we see Seattle get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final. Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? We've got the visitors facing the home team. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And play stops, a whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year. And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Allen outside. Now here's SGA. 6 to shoot. Outside Oubre. Fires the three. The rebound by Nembhard.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Allen with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. Allen attacking. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
To the inside. Stolen by Wembanyama. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's Seattle with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Nembhard. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. Oubre on the wing. Going inside. And he jams it home with authority.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. SGA surveying the D. Pass to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Caldwell Pope. The shot. The offensive rebound. Wembanyama's shot is good.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility, so bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Guys, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And patience is key. Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't let the shot clock disrupt this play.
And he banks in the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Siakam. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Outside Eason. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Allen, right side. They kick it out to Porzingis. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Seattle. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Outside, SGA. Top of the key. Seattle pulls it in.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to Caldwell Pope. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Allen with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. They kick it out to Porzingis. Over Eason. Porzingis misses. Seattle leading by 4. And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another, I guess.
Here's Easton. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Stan, the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot blocking.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down three-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Outside, SGA. Right side, Porzingis. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Seattle leading by 5. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Seattle making a switch here. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Gafford. Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Rozier looking around. Now here's Gafford.
Well, how do you shoot around or over Wembanyama? Seems impossible.
And so they foul intentionally. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Seattle making a switch here. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Dinwiddie. And he converts the layup. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
They kick it out to Porzingis. And out of bounds, Seattle will have it. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid, fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far, but I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing on the left. To in the cold spell. Pascal Siakam throwing it down.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Thibault. Ooh, stolen by Allen.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
And he commits the intentional foul. Stolen. Caldwell Pope with it. Oubre picks him up. And there it is for him. Caldwell Pope's got 7. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Seattle leading by 7. 3-pointer, Stewart. Siakam pulls down the board. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Minute 32 left to play in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And Oubre gets it to go.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Both teams will make substitutions. 1:11 left in the first half of basketball. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
"54 seconds left to the half.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Left side Thibault. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the long J.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Siakam. The shot, no good. Seattle leading by 4. To the middle. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. 14 foul.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. SGA on the move. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Nembhard. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. SGA hits them both.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
From deep, Johnson. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Seattle out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
And SGA, here we go. And SGA throws it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Nembhard outside. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Siakam. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Left side SGA. Allen outside. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Here's Nembhard. He's got 6. Double on Wembanyama. And we're going to have a jump ball. into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Seattle on D. They lead by 1. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. That shot missing. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Left side, Wembanyama. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Kelly Oubre picks one up.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oubre inside. Misses in close. Seattle leading by 4. Nembhard outside. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray.
3 points.
Nembhard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Shot clock at 5.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Good work defensively by Thybulle.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Thybulle on the wing. Takes the 3. And again, Seattle with a triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
The shot's good from SGA. SGA's got 16 points now.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Thybulle. Great positioning on the putback. And Seattle leads by 10.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 16 points for him. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 18.
And we've become used to seeing this from Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the most versatile and dominant scoring threats in today's game.
Outside Eason. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Porzingis grabs the board. 30 seconds left in the third. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Out to Oubre. And that's not going to go. And so it's Seattle with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just we've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Siakam. And here's SGA. 5 on the clock. Thybulle with the board.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Allen with it. Caldwell Pope covering. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul.
Seattle on D. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Oubre. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
They're playing very smart basketball in this half. Not a single turnover yet.
Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Woo! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Now Nembhard. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Wembanyama. Back to Caldwell Pope. Lets the three fly. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the three. Seattle pulls it in. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Wembanyama double team. Bible on the wing. Outside Eason. Pass to Nembhard. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Here's SGA. And here's Allen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lays it up and in. Now just a 2-point Seattle lead.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. To take the lead. That doesn't go either for SGA.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Allen brings a double team. Now here's Nembhard. It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Banks it home. Big shot.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Now Wembanyama. Double on Wembanyama. Clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Here's Easton. Ooh, stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oubre with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Now Oubre. Now Porzingis. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Wembanyama double team. drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Well, look, they needed that one. Tremendous leadership by Caldwell Pope in an important situation.
He's off from three.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Double on Wembanyama. Stolen by Siakam. Outside Oubre. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis sets a screen. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Now Siakam. Siakam finishes off the break.
And this is why the team relies on Siakam. In the big moments, you can trust him with the shot.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Outside, SGA. To take the lead. And there's the layup. Good.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy's believe in his ability to come up big.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama double team. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And stolen by Porzingis. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Outside Wembanyama. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Wembanyama rips down the board. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up to Seattle. He takes it in. Look at Wemby slicing all the way inside.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Oubre with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama there for the rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Here's Thibault. Eason. And he nails it.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Left side, SGA. Takes a three. Oh, he cannot hit. Seattle leading by 7. Thibault with it. Quick 2. All net.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. SGA. 5 to shoot. He launches. Eason rips down the board.
He just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Wembanyama. And there's the drive. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And here's Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
So we see Seattle get the win here.